Morning, afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to call to order the May 5th, 2014 City Council. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Tenpas.
Present.
Alderman May. Alderman Valko.
Present.
Alderman Rivera.
Present.
Alderman Cunningham.
Present.
Alderman Conkin.
Present.
Alderman Moiseo.
Present.
Alderman Beadling.
Present.
Alderman Newsome.
Present.
For those of you who don't know, the Supreme Court ruled today that prayer is allowed at the City Council meetings, and we've never stopped, and we're not going to. Pastor Bishop, would you please say the invocation?
Thank you, Mayor. Father, we thank you for another City Council meeting. We thank you for our mayor, for the aldermen. Pray that you give us wisdom and knowledge to make the best decision for our city. I pray for all these people that have lost loved ones this week. Young people that are being shot down in the street. I pray for those people down in Maryville, Arkansas, and on highways, the city store. But you've been a blessing to Waukegan, and we thank you for it. Praise the blessed name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Under Mayor's comments, I'd like to recognize three people who have really shown a lot of respect and dignity for the city. They've accomplished several good things, and I want them to be acknowledged. The first person is Waukegan resident Jermaine Castellanos, was recognized as a Cesar Chavez Champions of Change Award recipient at the ceremony held at the White House on Monday, March 31st, 2014. Now we want to take this opportunity to recognize him for this high achievement locally at our City Council meeting and present him with a much-deserved certificate of appreciation. Jermaine, would you please step forward? Madam Clerk, would you please read that?
The City of Waukegan does hereby present Jermaine Castellanos the Certificate of Achievement for being recognized as Cesar C. Chavez Champion of Change, presented to him at this council meeting on May 5th, 2014.
Thank you very much, City Council, Mayor. It's an honor to serve Waukegan in all the capacities that I do. You know, they said, "Oh, what are you going to say when you get up there?" And I said, "I don't know. I mean, I'm preaching to the choir, literally, about public service and about giving your heart and giving your whole life to serving the residents of Waukegan and doing it with pride and you know, and love." And I think that's my message to you: is keep doing what you're doing. I'm honored to receive this award. I tell the story about how I was nominated. I was nominated by the corporation for national community service through the advocacy work that I do on a national level for AmeriCorps and community service and public service. I got an email from so-and-so at whitehouse.gov, and then and I opened it and I said, you know, and they said, "Oh, you've been nominated for the Champions of Change Award, and just give us your name, phone number, social security number." And I said, "Oh, this is spam." So I threw it in the spam file, and then I got a call the next day, and they said, "Hey, our Secret Service said that you threw our email in the spam." And I was like, wow. I was like, okay. I'm like, they said it's serious, and you should, you know, respond saying yes, you accept the nomination. I accepted it, and they said that there was over 300 people that were being nominated for the award, so don't even worry about it. You might not even get picked. And then I got a call saying, "Come to Washington, D.C., bring your family, you're being honored." And it felt great. It felt great to be there. It felt inspiring to be with that group of people. And it's an honor to serve, and I just wanted to come home and keep working. So, I'm glad to be back, and thank you for the honor.
Second, as many of you are probably aware, 2 students at Waukegan High School were recently chosen for the very prestigious Gates Millennium Scholars Award program, which will pay the entire cost of their education through graduation. And those 2 individuals are Jessica Castellano and Adria Flores. Both are seniors at Waukegan High School, where 2 of 1,000 students were selected this year from a cast of 52,000 applicants. And we wanted to make sure that they came to the City Council meeting to be recognized for their accomplishment. Young ladies, would you and your parents please step forward? Jessica, thank you so much. I'm very proud of you. Now, when you hear people talk about our high school and talk about people who have affected change in our community, these 2 young ladies have done that. So I'm very proud of both of you. Would you like to please excuse?
I got your picture.
Oh, please roll.
Put you in the middle, man.
Smile.
Hello. All right, well, I really don't know what to say. I don't have a speech prepared, but I guess I would start off by saying that my parents really were a big impact in my life and have always been, and I'm pretty sure every parent is in everybody's life. But like my parents really pushed me to accomplish, I guess, everything. And like from getting into college, like getting into Stanford, and also like getting the scholarship, just like I wouldn't have done it with their support. And also like my teachers, I had many teachers along the way, elementary school, middle school, high school, that have helped me, and I could name all of them, but you know, like I only have like limited time. But yeah, I thank you so much for this, presenting me with this, and yeah, I hope to soon be coming here, maybe, you know, being a clerk one day or something in office. But yeah, thank you very much.
I want to start off by saying thank you for recognizing me in this award, and I want to thank my parents first of all, because they supported me since I was a little girl, saying anything that I want to do, I can do. And my counselor, Mr. Gutman, because he's been the best counselor anybody could ask for. And most importantly, my mentor, Lynn, because she inspired me to tell my story through the 8 essays, and I would have never thought that I could have done it. And I just want to contribute to Waukegan when I come back after doing graduate school and helping it become more eco-friendly, because I'm big about the environment, and I'll be attending Denison University, so I'm really excited, and thank you.
Thank you, ladies. I have several more things to talk about, but what I'd like to talk about right now is, many of you who came in today, if you came in, you'd notice a sign out there with products from NOSCO. NOSCO is one of our businesses in Waukegan, and NOSCO has done a wonderful job in our community. They have been here for, Russ, how many years is that? 89 years. Please, before you leave, look at the products that our city, NOSCO in particular, provides nationally. And at this time, I'd like to call up the CEO of NOSCO. Russ, would you please step forward?
Sure.
Thank you, Mayor and Alderman. It's a privilege to be here this evening. And our purpose in being here is just to say a wonderful thank you to the city of Waukegan. Again, as Mayor indicated, we've had the privilege of living in the community, of Waukegan for 89 years, and it's probably been too long for us to come and say thank you to the city for the privilege of residing in the community. We had a great team up and cleanup event on Saturday, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But first, Mayor just asked me to provide a little bit of background on what NASCO does. And the first thing I'd like to say is NASCO is a 100% employee-owned company residing in Waukegan, which means that every employee has both an employment relationship and a financial stake in the company. And so I'd like to start out and just let our employee owners introduce themselves. We have employee owners here from 14 to 42 years of service. And one of our missions in being an employee-owned company is to serve our customers, but also enable our employees to retire with dignity. And the first one is Jesse McKay, who organized our Team Up and Clean Up event. So Jesse, come on up. Your role with the company.
Hi, I'm Jessica McKay. Well, you can call me Jessie. I work in the art flow pre-press department. I've been at NASCO for 14 years, and I love working there. And it was really, really fun Saturday. I had a blast. So thank you, Mayor.
Hello, I'm Lee Saragusa, and I'm the plant manager at the Waukegan facility, and I've been with NASCO 17 years.
Hi, my name is Vera Pete, and I've been with NASCO for 20 years, and I lived in Waukegan for 21 years.
Hi, I'm Elsa Villarreal. I have worked for NASCO for 21 years, and I've been living in Waukegan for 35 years.
Hello, everybody. My name is Eduardo Guzman, and I spent 21 years already in NASCO. I'm living for 29 years here in Waukegan.
Hi, I'm Roberto V. Sanchez, and I'm working in NASCO for 21 years, and live in Waukegan for 35 years.
Hi, my name is Raul Dominguez. I've been working for NASCO for 24 years. I've been living in Waukegan for 32 years. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Mario Alcantara. I work in NASCO for 24 years. I live in Waukegan 30.
Hi, everybody. My name is Domitio Lopez. I've been working for NASCO for 34 years, and I live in Waukegan for 37 years. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Carlos Lopez. I've been living in Waukegan for 39 years, and I've been working in NASCO for 37 years, going to 38. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ron Anderson. I've worked at NASCO for 42 years. I'm the Director of Pricing and Contract Review, and I've lived in Waukegan for 49 years.
So Mayor and Alderman, you just met NASCO, and again, we really wanted to say thank you to all of you tonight for letting us live and work in the community. And as Mayor mentioned, you know, we have the display cabinet out front with some of the products. And I think sometimes we lose sight of the role that our company and the city plays in the worldwide distribution of drug packaging. And the folding cartons that are made, you know, right in Waukegan include, you know, Biaxin, which is a product like if you never need an antibiotic, your children might have taken Biaxin. In a cold blizzard night after a city council meeting, if you needed a little lip balm, we do the Blistex folding cartons, and they're right down in Oak Brook. Maybe if you had a tough city council meeting and your stomach was a little upset, you might have taken a little Prevacet after that to deal with the upset stomach. That's there. And another huge product for Abbott and AbbVie is the Humira rheumatoid arthritis drug, which is one of their largest worldwide drugs. We produce the folding cartons for that. And Mr. Conkin, I know you worked for Abbott Diagnostics Division. We produce a number of the test kits for diagnostics and have done so for many years. So again, thank you for the role that the city and our employee owners and we've been able to play together in ensuring that safe and effective drug packaging gets distributed to consumers. And, you know, we had a great team up and cleanup event, and Mayor, I just really want to recognize you. And team, I mean, I called Mayor, asked for a few things, and he picks up the phone, he answers the phone. When we came up with this idea of let's do a cleanup event on Saturday, he said, let's do it. And he showed up and carried more garbage bags around than anybody, so he was out there working. And thank you, Sam, as well, First Ward Alderman, for being a part of the Team Up, cleanup event. It was a great day in the life of the community, and we just want to say thank you for all that you've done to help NASCO be successful.
Thank you, everybody.
Your Honor? Your Honor?
Yes.
I think he had it wrong. He shouldn't be thanking us. We should be thanking him and his employees that have lived in Waukegan and worked in Waukegan for so many years. That's what makes Waukegan great. So thank you, all of you. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. And the last thing I'd like to talk about under Mayor's time is last Wednesday. Well, let's start from the beginning. About a month ago, I contacted Senator Terry Link. And the state statute provides that a TIF district, a tax financing district, they can only exchange money between conjoining districts. We called Senator Link and asked him if he would sponsor an amendment to the bill. It was Senate Bill 509 that allowed us to transfer money between TIF districts that weren't contiguous. Last Wednesday, I went down to Springfield. He got it through committee right away. The next day, it was passed through the Senate, and now it's in the House. And what that does for the city of Waukegan, now it allows us to move money from a productive TIF district to jumpstart the lakefront. So thank you, Senator Link, for your commitment to Waukegan, and I'd like to thank him for keeping his word. And I tell you, he and I had our differences during the election, but I'm telling you, we're great friends again, and he and I and Representative Mayfield will make this city work better than it's ever worked. So thank you for everything. Okay. Motion to approve the minutes of April 21st, 2014.
Mayor, the
Oh,
audience
I'm
time
sorry.
agenda.
Audience time, I'm sorry. Audience time. Chris Blanks.
Your Honor, is it possible that Mr. Banks can speak to us, please? I really don't want to look at the
Turn
back.
to the
Sure,
back.
I can speak, I can see you.
Okay, no, we want you to turn to the
Yes,
audience.
but I think it's disrespectful for a speaker to come up and turn their back towards the audience, and I don't know why we have to do that when I can address you both, because it is audience time, but thank you anyway. Matter of fact, what I want to address is the agenda. On the agenda, you have split the agenda. And I think it's highly unfair. I don't know of any company that would have its boss to go last on the agenda. The boss of this city is the people. And so to split the agenda up and to have your bosses to wait for a whole 2 hours to speak, whether it be on a general matter or whether it be on a matter on the agenda. Why would you have the people?
Mr. Blanks, you and I have had this discussion of what is an agenda item. If you wish to address any of the items or for action on the agenda this evening, we'd be more than happy to have you do that. But the comments you're making on generic changes on the agenda are not appropriate and not responsive to the agenda items only. And I'd ask you, if you have a specific agenda item to address, please feel free. If not, you'll have to wait till the end of the
Sure. At the top of the paper, it says final agenda. So I'm speaking on the agenda. That is an agenda item. It's on the agenda.
Mr. Blanks, I'm going to ask you, please remove yourself, come back when it's not an agenda item. We'll be welcome to let you express your thoughts on the way we arrange the agenda.
Okay.
This is not the appropriate time.
But the appropriate time is not to wait, have the citizens here to wait for 2 hours on the agenda.
Mr. Blanks, please have a seat.
So in the meantime, consider your audience here, not have them sitting and waiting for 2-hour pages in order to speak. This is not you in the mayor city. This belongs to the people, and you should consider the people, and not you two don't run this city. These are the citizens. They run the city. Make
Mr.
sure you
Blanks,
take.
please have a seat.
Think about them first. not
Mr. Blanks, if you're going to continue to talk, you'll be escorted out.
Yeah.
Okay. Next item is approval of minutes. Motion to approve the minutes of April 21st, 2014, regular meeting and special meeting minutes of April 28th, 2014. Motion by Alderman Conken, second by Alderman Newsom. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Next item is a proclamation regarding Historic Preservation Month. Madam Clerk.
Whereas historic preservation is relevant for communities across the nation, both urban and rural, and for Americans all ages, all walks of life, and all ethnic backgrounds. And whereas Waukegan has recognized the importance of historic preservations with the establishment of Historic Preservation Program by Ordinance 010144 on December 17, 2001. And whereas to heighten the awareness of historic preservation, it has been incorporated under the purview of the Historic Preservation Commission, which was established in 2003. And whereas New Age of Preservation, Embark, Inspire, Engage in the theme of Preservation Month 2014, so co-sponsored by the City of Waukegan, the Waukegan Historical Society, and the National Trust for Historic Preservation. And now therefore be resolved that the City Council proclaim May 2014 as Historic Preservation Month in Waukegan. In all call upon the people of Waukegan to join their fellow citizens across the United States in recognizing and participating in the special observations, dated this 5th day of May 2014.
Is there someone from the Historic Preservation Committee here? A motion to accept the proclamation by Alderman Valko, second by Alderman Cunningham. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Judiciary Committee, Alderman Rivera.
Thank you, Mayor. The Judiciary Committee came to order at 5 o'clock this afternoon, and we had one item on the agenda, which is the amendment of the lease agreement for 221 North Genesee Street, and this is the Clockwise Theater. We do have Madeline in the audience along with Casey as well, and I so move.
Motion by Alderman Rivera, second by Alderman Valko. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Tenpas.
Aye.
Alderman May.
Aye.
Alderman Valko.
Aye.
Alderman Rivera.
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham.
Aye.
Alderman Conken.
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo.
Aye.
Alderman Beadling. Alderman Newsom.
Insurance Committee, Alderman Cunningham.
Sir, the Vice Chairman will take over.
Alderman Beadling.
Good evening. The Insurance Committee met this afternoon at 5:30 p.m. And under new business, item A, motion by Alderman May, seconded by Alderman Rivera, authorizing the proper city officials to settle fire department claim number WC 201395781 for an amount not to exceed $31,031.68. Is there any discussion?
So moved.
Motion by Alderman Beadling, second by Alderman Newsom. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May. Alderman Valko.
Aye.
Alderman Rivera.
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham.
Aye.
Alderman Conken.
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo.
Aye.
Alderman Beadling.
Aye.
Alderman Newsom.
Item B, motion by Alderman May, seconded by Alderman Rivera, authorizing the proper city officials to settle police underinsured motorist claim number 867-6800310 for an amount not to exceed $325,086.80.
Motion by Alderman Beadling, second by Alderman Newsom. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Tenpas.
Aye.
Alderman May. Aye. Alderman Valko.
Aye.
Alderman Rivera.
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham.
No.
Alderman Conken.
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo.
Aye.
Alderman Beadling.
Aye.
Alderman Newsom. Aye.
Public Safety Committee, Alderman Conken.
Thank you, Your Honor. Public Safety Committee met tonight at 6 p.m. We had several items to discuss. Item A was for a no left turn designation for northbound Sheridan Road at Traditions Drive. The Public Safety Committee recommends that the proper city officials be authorized to draft an ordinance to reflect a no left turn intersection at northbound Sheridan Road at its intersection with Traditions Drive. I so move.
Motion by Alderman Conken, second by Alderman Beadling. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Draft.
Oh, this is the draft, I'm sorry.
Alderman Tempest.
No, it's okay. All's in favor?
Oh, that's right.
Aye. Opposed?
Item B was a parking restriction on Martin Luther King Jr. Avenue south of Water Street. The Public Safety Committee recommends that the proper city officials be authorized to draft an ordinance to reflect no parking anytime on the west side of Martin Luther King Jr. Avenue from a point 135 feet south of the curb line of Water Street to a point 396 feet south of the curb line. Excuse me, this should be south of the curb line on Water Street, and I so move.
Motion by Alderman Conken, second by Alderman Beadling. All's in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Item C is to draft an ordinance for changing the age of taxi vehicles. The Public Safety Committee recommends, and I so move, that the proper city official be authorized to draft an ordinance to reflect that no vehicle shall be operated as a taxi cab that is more than 10 years old. I so move.
Motion by Alderman Conken, second by Alderman Beadling. All's in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Item D was to enter into an agreement with the ILEAS for mutual aid services. The Illinois Law Enforcement Alarm System Waukegan Police Department is a member of the ILEAS system. And the Public Safety Committee recommends that the proper city officials be authorized to enter into an agreement with ILEAS for mutual aid services. I so move.
Motion by Alderman Conken, second by Alderman Beadling. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Tempest. Aye. Alderman May. Aye. Alderman Valko. Aye. Alderman Rivera.
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham.
Aye.
Alderman Conken.
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo.
Aye.
Alderman Beadling. Alderman Newsom.
Your Honor, I had one item for information only. Fire Safety Expo for 2014. The Lake County Fire Chiefs Association presents their Fire Safety Expo on Saturday, May 17, 2014, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Gurney Mills. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Next item was Labor Relations Committee. Labor Relations Committee met this evening at 6:15 regarding a collective bargaining agreement between the International Union of Operating Engineers Local 150, representing Public Employee Division, Public Works, Water Plant, and Police Auxiliaries. It was the vote of the Labor Relations Committee to deny this contract. There were two issues that plagued this contract, and therefore it is our vote to deny this. So I will make the motion.
Is motion to approve, or we just vote no?
The motion is to deny.
No, just make them.
I'll make a motion to approve, and then we'll vote. But the motion from Labor Relations was to deny. Okay, item 8, approval of the collective bargaining agreement between the International Union of Operating Engineers Local 150, representing the Public Employees Division, Public Works, Water Plant, and Police Auxiliary. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Tempest.
No.
Alderman May.
No.
Alderman Valko. No. Alderman Rivera.
No.
Alderman Cunningham.
No.
Alderman Conken.
No.
Alderman Moiseo.
No.
Alderman Beadling. No. Alderman Newsom.
The second item was to adopt ordinance amending ordinance 12035, an ordinance fixing the salaries and wages to be paid to management and non-management employees of the city of Waukegan, effective May 1st, 2014.
Your Honor, I'd like to make an amendment on the $50 stipend. I'd like to remove that
Okay.
$50
Is
from
there a
that.
second to that, Alderman Valko? Okay. Okay, you know, the Alderman Rivera, that's in the appropriation ordinance. We can deal with that in the appropriation
Oh, I'm
ordinance.
sorry.
Okay?
Correct.
Okay. Which one?
Yeah, it would be there.
Oh, Alderman Tenpas, you wanted to change the name of one of the individuals on the salary ordinance? You wanted to change the name of, from, it was the project manager, and you would like to change that name, would you, sir?
Yes, I would.
And what name would you like?
I'd like to motion to amend the ordinance fixing the salaries and wages to be paid for non-union employees of the city of Waukegan by changing the title of revenue manager to city collector, and said collector shall be an officer of the city. And if I may explain that,
Go ahead, sir.
years and years in the city council, we had a city collector title. And over the years, it kind of changed. And this will go back to the original version of the city. Well, it's an officer of the city, which has a little more authority, and we're talking about money, so I think this change is in order, and it's a good change.
Okay, motion by Alderman Tenpas, seconded by Alderman Rivera, to change the title from project manager to
No.
revenue manager, I'm sorry,
The motion's in front of you.
to city collector.
You could reread the ordinance.
Motion to amend the ordinance fixing the salaries and wages to be paid non-union employees of the city of Waukegan by changing the title of revenue manager to city collector, and said collector shall be an officer of the city. Motion by Alderman Tempest, second by Alderman Rivera. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
This is the motion to amend.
Motion to amend.
Okay, thank you.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May.
Aye.
Alderman Valko. Alderman Rivera.
Okay. Aye.
Alderman Cunningham. Alderman Conken. Alderman Moiseo.
Aye.
Alderman Beadling. Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Rivera.
Now, can I make the amendment to the salary ordinance in regards to the $50 increase? I'd like to remove that.
Motion by Alderman Rivera, second by Alderman Valco. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Tempest.
No.
Alderman May.
Aye.
Alderman Valko. Alderman Rivera.
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham.
No.
Alderman Conken. Alderman Moiseo.
Aye.
Alderman Beadling. Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Now we will vote on the ordinance as amended. Ordinance amending ordinance 12035, and ordinance fixing the salaries and wages to be paid to management and non-union employees of the city of Waukegan, Illinois, effective May 1, 2014. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Tempest.
I vote no, as I did in committee.
Alderman May.
No.
Alderman Valko.
What's,
This is all the amendments.
Salary
the
ordinance.
Salary ordinance.
This is for the whole salary ordinance as presented, with the amendment, with the amendments.
Alderman Rivera.
aye.
Alderman Cunningham.
No.
Alderman Conken.
No.
Alderman Moiseo.
Aye.
Alderman Beadling.
No.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
It failed. Okay, next one is the Special Public Works Committee. Alderman Moiseo.
We had first, old business, item A. Motion to recommend the city council authorize the proper city officials to award the contract to the low qualified bidder of Globe Construction for an amount not to exceed $154,000. Ezell Robbins has indicated that the dollar amount that the CDBG has for this year's program is $154,000. The funds for this project are in line item 245-550-427-636, and I so move.
Motion by Alderman Moiseo, second by Alderman Tempest. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May.
Aye.
Alderman Valko. Alderman Rivera.
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham.
Aye.
Alderman Conken.
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo.
Aye.
Alderman Beadling. Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
New business, item A. Motion to recommend the city council authorize the proper city officials to award the 2014 manhole and catch basin frames and grates to the low qualified bidder, Neiman Foundry of Neiman, Wisconsin. Funds for these items are available in line item 555-913-025468, and I so move.
Motion by Alderman Moiseo, second by Alderman Tenpas. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Tenpas.
Aye.
Alderman May.
Aye.
Alderman Valko.
Aye.
Alderman Rivera.
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham.
Aye.
Alderman Conken.
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo.
Aye.
Alderman Beadling. Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Item B, motion to recommend the city council authorize the proper city officials to award the asphalt materials to Peter Baker and Son Company of Lake Bluff, Illinois, and the flowable fill and concrete to Meyer Material of Des Plaines, Illinois. Funds for these items are available in line item 228-922-825-491, and I so move.
Motion by Alderman Moiseo, second by Alderman Tenpas. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May.
Aye.
Alderman Valko. Alderman Rivera.
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham. Alderman Conken.
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo.
Aye.
Alderman Beadling. Alderman Newsome.
And item C, motion to recommend the city council authorize the proper city officials to solicit quotes for the various sources to purchase wholesale electric for the water plant and booster stations for a multi-year term, and I so move.
Motion by Alderman Moiseo, second by Alderman Tempest. All's in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Carried.
Old business, adopt the annual appropriation ordinance for the fiscal year, May 1, 2014 to April 30th, 2015.
Mayor, for the old business, we have to do the item B first in this case.
Okay, item B first, okay.
Right.
Item B, motion by Alderman Newsome, second by Alderman May, to adopt an ordinance amending the amount of home rule municipal retail occupation tax and the home rule municipal service occupation tax pursuant to Chapter 20 taxation as presented. This is held over by Alderman Cunningham.
That was for the.
This is for the 0.5% tax increase. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Tempest.
No.
Alderman May.
No.
Alderman Valko. Alderman Rivera.
No.
Alderman Cunningham.
Aye.
Alderman Conken.
No.
Alderman Moiseo.
No.
Alderman Beadling. Alderman Newsome.
No.
Failed. Adopt, item A, adopt an annual appropriation ordinance for the fiscal year, May 1st, 2014 to April 30th, 2015. Motion by, who wants to make, Alderman Tenpas, second by Alderman Moiseo. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Tempest.
If I may speak first, John.
Yes, you may.
We don't have an appropriation ordinance. You don't have any money coming in. If you don't appropriate it, you can't spend it. But many of these big items in there that I don't quite agree with, it's gonna come back to this body. They'll be able to say no. I want everybody to understand that. And I think the mayor is looking very closely, and he's looking at what could possibly come in. And if you don't appropriate it, you can't spend it. So therefore, I'll be voting yes for the appropriation ordinance, but I'll be looking very closely at what you bring to us.
Yes, that's correct.
Can I, before we take the vote, I'd like to speak as well.
Go ahead.
So I also wanted to voice before my vote, because this is when we're supposed to talk about it, that I also don't agree with every item in the appropriation ordinance, but I will also support it this evening, because we need to get about the business of the city, and the big items will come back to this body.
Correct.
So thank you.
Yeah.
Alderman Beadling.
I commend you for not taking any money out of the Water Enterprise Fund, first time in many years. However, we have a problem with taking motor fuel tax and spending it on employees and benefits when it should be going towards roads. We have a serious problem with crumbling roads in this community. And in my opinion, we can't really borrow much more than we've already borrowed. We've got to start paying cash for things. And whatever the levy would be to put those employees back into the proper fund rather than motor fuel tax. That money needs to be dedicated to repaving our streets. And hopefully in the next year, that $2.4 million can go towards streets rather than paying for employees. Thank you.
Alderman Moiseo?
I just echo an Alderman Tenpas and Alderman Mays. The appropriations ordinance is the ceiling, what's the most we can spend. If we don't appropriate, we can't spend it. And we have to get it going because our department heads are waiting to figure out what they need to do for the rest of the year or for the coming year. So we need to get on with the business of the city, as Alderman Mays said. But just because you vote for an appropriation ordinance at any time as an alderman does not mean you necessarily agree with everything. But you have to go on with the business of the city. When you disagree with something, that's what the budget's for. The budget is where you want to spend the money. The appropriation ordinance is, this is how much, the max amount that we can spend. If we don't appropriate it by law, we can't spend it. This and levying the taxes are the two most important things that we do up here, in my opinion. So I just wanted the public to get a little bit of an understanding of that. Thank you.
Your Honor, Your Honor.
Alderman Cunningham?
You know, I think that was a long vote tonight. I understand from an appropriation standpoint, but as Alderman May said earlier, we disagree on the big ticket items that are in there, but we must come to a happy median or a way of funding those big ticket items. We don't have a way of funding those big ticket items unless we take away from others. I can make sure you this. I'm not looking to increase the property tax rate in order to fund those big ticket items. I can assure you that. We have an opportunity tonight to find other means who's going to pay back potentially those big ticket items. But we said no, and that is my colleagues' discretion. They voted their conscience, and I respect that. But Alderman Beadling said it best. Our roads are crumbling. Our sidewalks are crumbling at an all-time high. We don't produce a product like NOSCO. That's the disadvantage that we have as a city. So I hope there's some creative ways that everybody is thinking about on how we're going to fund those big ticket items besides looking at going back to the public for it. There was an opportunity that we could have spread this thing all around, not put the burden on our homeowners and our property owners. But I do respect the fact that the aldermen or the council have voted, and I respect that, and I will live with that. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Roll call, please, Madam.
This is a vote.
Tempest already voted.
Yeah. Alderman May? Aye. Alderman Valko? Aye. Alderman Rivera?
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham?
Aye.
Alderman Conken?
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo?
Aye.
Alderman Beadling?
No.
Alderman Newsome?
Aye.
Next item on the agenda, new business, recommended action by Corporation Council. Approve the payroll dated May 5th, 2014 in the amount of, what is it, Maria?
1 million.
Do you have the number?
1 million. Yes, right there.
$1,380,878.26.
Final pay.
And final payout of $4,400, no,
Yeah.
it's $4,000. $4,499.54. Motion by Alderman Valko, second by Alderman Newsome. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Tempest?
Aye.
Alderman May? Aye. Alderman Valko? Aye. Alderman Rivera?
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham?
Aye.
Alderman Conken?
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo?
Aye.
Alderman Beadling? Alderman Newsome?
Aye.
Item B, approval of bills dated May 5th, 2014 in the amount of $1,169,741.24. Motion by Alderman Valko, second by Alderman Newsome. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Tempest?
Aye.
Alderman May? Aye. Alderman Valko? Aye. Alderman Rivera?
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham?
Aye.
Alderman Conken?
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo?
Aye.
Alderman Beadling? Alderman Newsome?
Aye.
Ordinance and resolution authorizing the purchase of property by the city of Waukegan pursuant to the Neighborhood Stabilization Program, including 2112 Edgewood Road, Waukegan, Illinois, in the amount of $65,000. Motion by Alderman May, second by Alderman Valko. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Tenpas.
Aye.
Alderman May.
Aye.
Alderman Valko. Alderman Rivera.
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham.
Aye.
Alderman Conken.
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo.
Aye.
Alderman Beadling. Alderman Newsome.
Okay. Item B, resolution authorizing the purchase of property by the city of Waukegan pursuant to the Neighborhood Stabilization Program, including 2725 Dana Avenue, Waukegan, Illinois, in the amount of $85,000. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May.
Aye.
Alderman Valko. Alderman Rivera.
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham.
Aye.
Alderman Conken.
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo.
Aye.
Alderman Beadling. Alderman Newsome.
Okay. Item C, ordinance granting the variance of the offset street parking requirements of Section 12-2 of the Waukegan zoning ordinance, zoning calendar 2400. Motion by Alderman Beadling, second by Alderman Cunningham.
Your Honor, could somebody explain that to me? I can't find that ordinance.
This is
This is part of the,
for the county,
Oh, okay.
the county, for the county
should
building.
have been on the meeting last.
We missed it.
meeting. We just got,
Yeah.
it's part of the package that we already.
Okay, thank you.
A motion by Alderman Beadling, second by Alderman Cunningham. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May.
Aye.
Alderman Valko. Alderman Rivera.
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham.
Aye.
Alderman Conken.
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo.
Aye.
Alderman Beadling. Alderman Newsome.
Next item is ordinance authorizing the sale of property by the city of Waukegan pursuant to the Neighborhood Stabilization Program, including 1123 North Lewis Avenue, Waukegan, Illinois, 60085, in the amount of $120,000. We voted on this last council meeting. The reason we have to vote on it again is the price of the property dropped to $120,000. Motion by Alderman Newsome, second by Alderman Rivera. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May.
Aye.
Alderman Valko.
Aye.
Alderman Rivera.
Aye.
Alderman Cunningham.
Aye.
Alderman Conken.
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo.
Aye.
Alderman Beadling. Alderman Newsome.
Alderman's time, Madam Clerk, if you would, please.
Alderman Tempest.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. This past weekend, I had a very dramatic experience with the animal shelter. I had to put my ship down. And what a wonderful animal shelter we have. I mean, I don't know more compassionate animal wardens than that we could have in helping you. I couldn't get my dog up anymore. And it's just, Mayor, the staff you have working there is a blessing for the city of Waukegan. I just want to give my public condolences, praises for them. And then I want to praise the mayor a little bit. You know, some of us get kind of feisty sometimes, and I'm pretty feisty myself. But, you know, you take time to listen to what we have to say, you weigh it, and you have to make the decision. And you've been very, very open. Your office is very, very open. The doors are always open for the aldermen to come and discuss things with them. And I just want to, publicly, I'm kind of harsh sometimes, I guess, but I want to thank you publicly for your patience with me at times and how well you manage the office. And I want to thank you again. And you really showed yourself on the cleanup out there with your boots on, cleaning up the ravine. What a nice project. And the more we can get people involved in our community, doing projects like that, the better the city's going to be. I drive Genesee Street a lot, and I've never seen it look so clean. I've never seen it look so clean. So people are taking pride in. As the grass turns green now and the winter's gone, I encourage people to get out there, rake your parkway, and let's clean it up. And most of them are doing it, and I thank them. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your kind words, Alderman.
Alderman May, sorry.
Thank you. We honored the two young ladies tonight who received the Gates Millennium Scholarships, which is all of their undergrad and graduate education paid for. Last year, we also honored a young man, Josue Pasillas, who was the very first Waukeganite to receive that. A man who was really integral in these scholarships, his name is Chuck Gutman, and he was here this evening. He's a college counselor at the high school, and he's also a 7th Ward resident. So some of you guys may have seen, I believe it was Dan Moran's article in the News Sun. Chuck's in need of a life-saving kidney transplant. He's brought college counseling to Waukegan. When my son graduated in 2009, it didn't exist. He's the founder of Envision Scholars. He ran the AVID program, so it's not the kids who are in CSP, he helps the average child find a way to college, helps their parents. So he's almost at renal failure, and I'm just advocating for him as the News Sun did, just want to get the word out there that he's in need of a life-saving kidney transplant. The testing process to identify a match can be done through a simple blood test in your doctor's office, and you can set that testing process up by calling the University of Chicago Hospital Transplant Center at 773-834-2228. And while kidney donation is a major surgery, studies show that there are no differences in mortality rate of those who have donated and those who have two working kidneys. So I'm just putting a shout out there for Mr. Gutman. He's done so much for our community, and I just wanted to get the information out there. I have two other real quick things. Code officers, thank you. Dave Marion and your staff. We all know how much we've been talking about yard waste for the last 6 months or 6 weeks or however long you want to call it. They've been doing a great job. They've been armed with informational flyer. They've been delivering them directly to the households of people who obviously did not get the message. I see major, major improvement in the 7th Ward over the last 10 days or so. So a big thanks to Code for getting out there and getting the word out about the yard waste program. And my final shout out tonight is for Public Works and for David Motley, who addressed a real disastrous public illegal dumping down on Market Street on our South Lakefront. They were out there today. There's all kinds of people dumping. They loaded 5 30-yard trucks today with mattresses and TVs and furniture. People, contractors. I believe this isn't going to be the last you're going to hear of it, but they went down there today and they addressed this major problem in our city. So, Tom, thank you so much. David, thanks for bringing it to the forefront. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Alderman Valko.
Thank you. Just 2 items, both for the Alderman. Thanks everybody up here for voting on the extension for Clockwise Theater, 221 North Genesee. And my congratulations to the theater, and I see Madeline has already left, but thank you very much for staying here. My wife and I have been to several shows there. They're terrific. And the last one, again, to the Alderman, thanks for all coming together and getting things done the past couple of months on the budget and the appropriations. Thank you very much. That's all I have.
Alderman Rivera.
I also want to echo Alderman May's comments about Chuck Gutman. I've had the pleasure of knowing him the last few years, and some of his kids that he dealt with in regards to these scholarships, they were my caddies over at the Merit Club. So, you know, I know how the kids that we get are just outstanding kids, so I want to commend, you know, Chuck Gutman. He's a fantastic human being and what he does here in this community. I also want to let everyone know that I know Mr. Lakey, I'm glad you're here. You know, sent me an email in regards to you know, property taxes, and you know, I understand the concerns. It seems, you know, I know there are some areas in this city that our taxes, property taxes went down, but then there's some areas that, you know, that they've increased. You know, and I know we voted on, what was it, the last 4%, or I know it was under 5%, but some residents out there, you know, are paying close to 8.5%, 9% of property tax hike. So, you know, is it because, you know, your assessed valuations have gone up? You know, that could be. But again, you know, there's others, you know, we, on our taxing bill, we also have other, you know, taxing bodies too, such as the Park District, you know, the Forest Preserve, And so, you know, I understand your concerns, and I know Alderman Valko was talking to me about that too, in his ward too. There were some that went up too, but some of these property tax that have gone down, is that going to hurt our city, you know, in regards to what we're trying to do? Yes. So, believe me, I'm with you, you know, on your concerns, and we're going to try to do everything that we can to bring new business in this community, you know, new property tax bases. That's where we have to go. So I understand your concerns. Thank you.
Alderman Cunningham.
Roughly 4 small items. I want to thank Alderman May for bringing it to the attention about Market Street. Market Street has been an issue. I don't know, Tom, Dave, how many years? It's like every year we go down there and we pick up, you know, garbage. From an enforcement standpoint, I would love to see a camera to be put down there if the chief of the police is here, a camera to be put down there, because the time and energy that we go down and the money that is spent to clean up Market Street, and simply from individuals who's bringing in dump loads of garbage and just dumping it in our streets. It's just unimaginable that anyone would even think about that, when you can probably go to the dump yard and it's probably a lot cheaper. But it is causing us to spend too many resources to go every year. This is not just once a year. This is every year this happens. But I do commend Tom, David, and I know Dave Marion, this is a major headache for him constantly. I also want to commend our mayor for this weekend, having him come out, walk through some of the alleys, work with some of the residents, and more importantly, build that big gap where the business community think that City Hall is not somewhat sympathetic to some of the issues that's going on. That partnering relationship can always be strengthened when the leader itself comes out. I know, Tom, the mayor made a phone call to you, and one of your men came out, one of your team members came out to pick it up so it wouldn't be all over the place. So we want to commend you, Mayor, on being down there early Saturday morning. I said early, Mayor, early Saturday morning. Leaf pickup. I think there's been a much better job in communicating to folks as to what our new responsibilities are. Obviously Dave, his team has been out there, efforts from David Motley on marketing, but it's going to take a little bit more time to get this message home. But it's a lot better today than it was last week and beyond. So I commend all of those for those things. Last but not least, I want to talk about this Carnegie Library. This is not going to be a popular thing for me to mention, but I think it needs to be mentioned. That library has been there so many years, dates well before I was born, I think. All of the dollars that were allocated, not used, some that were used. I've heard horror stories of people walking inside that building, and it's terrible. It's terrible. And then to win an award for, I think in spirit and heart, we want it to be what the award says it is. Unfortunately, it's not. And I don't think it's ever going to be. The Carnegie Library is never going to be what we want it to be. The question is, what should we do about it? Should we let it sit there and idle for the next 20 years before anybody does anything about it? Us elected officials, boy, when you say that, that's us like It's like tearing down one of our old buildings here. If we're ever going to look at moving forward in our community, there are some things that are not popular that we're going to have to deal with, and that's one of them. I've been here since '99. There is not a mayor that has put this in their budget to fix up, look better, or anything, and I don't see it happening. We talk about other buildings that we're tearing down that are blight in our community. Here is a building that we're just not going to do anything with. When are we going to take the step to say, hey, it is time? It's time that we do something with this particular place. Me personally, I like for us to take and partner with Metro. Well, that can start being something where beautify that Metro station. I don't have all the ideas in my head, Mayor, this is a thought for you, but that building there, there's something needs to be done to that building. I'm probably going to have everybody who loves history dislike me tomorrow, and that's fine. But what we can't continue to do is spare the feelings when Waukegan is not benefiting from it. That is what we are supposed to be doing. And that library, unfortunately, I wish we can pick it up and put it next to the library that we have now and put them together and build that history. But I just don't see that happening unless someone has something that I don't know about. If you do, please let me know. I will retract this statement tomorrow. But right now, I think we need to be looking at doing something to that building. What it is, I don't think it's going to be popular, but it has to be done. Those are my comments. Thank you.
Alderman Conken?
Thank you. Just a couple of comments. Once, real quick, the two girls that won the College Scholarships Award, I thought they were fantastic, and I know they did a lot of hard work, but some people that weren't mentioned were their parents. And I believe that those girls succeeded not just because of what they learned in the schools, in the school system, but because of the parents. And so I think that they deserve some congratulations. I'm sorry they left. I wish I would have made these comments earlier, but the congratulations goes not only to the girls and good luck to them in college, but to their parents. They've done a great job raising the girls and getting them in a position to get their scholarships. Next thing I'd like to mention is, again, the yard waste. I wasn't here last week or for the last meeting. I was out of town. But I watched the video and I saw a lot of comments about the yard waste. And I've heard some horror stories since I got back. I was opposed to taking that out of the contract when we voted on it, but I thought we'd give it a try. I think we ought to keep an eye on it, and if it's not going to work out as well as we'd hoped, I think we got to consider putting it back into a contract and possibly going back to yard waste pickup year-round. Next thing I'd like to mention, Diane Verratti, she talked about it last week in her comments at the end of the, or 2 weeks ago in her comments at the end of the council meeting. I attended the Citizens Police Academy, along with Alderman Newsom, and
Were you carrying?
no, but very interesting program. I highly recommend it, just like Ms. Verratti's did, to anybody in the city. It's an eye-opener. You get a real good insight into the operations of the police department and what they have to go through and the things they have to do and how technical the job really is. I thought it was outstanding, and I highly recommend it to everybody. If you haven't taken it, please do. And my final comment, you know, Mayor, you've talked about fixing the police station next door, tearing it down, possibly building a new one. I'd like to forward an idea to you. Possibly thinking that maybe we don't have to tear it completely down. Maybe we can just shut off sections of it that need repair, do some basic repair on it. And if we're going to build a police station, why don't we build a police station in one of our higher crane neighborhoods in the city? Just like we've got fire stations throughout the city. I can't think of anything that a criminal would want worse than a police station in his neighborhood. We're picking up property left and right, and I don't see any reason why we couldn't build a substation, a sub-police station, maybe at a cheaper cost to the city, and still get and get better results out of it. That's just an idea. I thought I'd forward it and maybe let you think about it, and that's the end of my comments. Thank you.
Alderman Moiseo.
And just to echo Chuck Gutton, Mr. Gutman's a good friend of mine, and Waukegan High School is lucky to have him. He's like so many people that I work with at the high school, that they really, truly are there for the right reasons, and that's the kids and to see them succeed. Last week, after a little brouhaha about the salary ordinance and then the article in the New Sun, I fielded a lot of calls and questions about all that, and it's very hard to try to explain to people the nuts and bolts of it. But the one thing I did explain to them was, that's fine to question how much you think we're paying our leadership. That's your job and my job to make sure that's to question it and make sure it's what it's supposed to be. But then I also said to them, if you're going to question us, have you been to a school board meeting? Have you been to a park districts meeting? Been to a county board meeting? And question those people on how much they're paying their leadership, because it's the same tax dollars. And I guarantee you that the leadership that you're getting from our department heads and the people that are non-union in the city of Waukegan is a lot better than any of those three for the amount of money that we're paying them. I don't mind the questions and I don't mind defending it, but if you're going to do that, then go to those other three taxing bodies and question them on what they're paying, their leadership, not just us. Thank you.
Alderman Beadling.
I'd like to start off by acknowledging our finance director, Tina Smigelski. Every year she puts together this document here, annual budget, and I'd like to say how grateful that I am for the education that you've provided to me the last 3 years, that I wouldn't have a clue how any of this works. Very complete explanation how all the city funds work. I'm so grateful that you work for the city of Waukegan. You, your staff, top-notch people in the finance department. Thank you. Thank you very much. To the funds part of the budget, as I mentioned, motor fuel tax. The problem with government, it seems to me that the true costs sometimes get hidden, you know, with water enterprise funds and use it to balance our general, balance our city budget, or motor fuel tax goes towards employees as well. If, as much as people don't want to pay higher taxes, at least at the municipal level, while it may seem high, you look at what the school district and everybody else is getting. This is where you receive some real service for your tax dollars. And while I'm very grateful for our city employees, I think we need to acknowledge, if we're smart, that we are now a nation in decline. I don't care what the news says or anyone else. You can look around you. It's not like it used to be around here. Things are getting worse. People are actually starting to save money. They're not spending as much money. But we have fixed costs in the city. We have to make our payroll. We have to have public safety. Police and fire are 79% of our budget. 21% runs through City Hall, building, planning and development, public works. That's not a lot. Our public works people, thank you, Tom. Very good public works director. Our city yardage workers, very good. They work very hard. Even though they're short-handed out there, they seem to get a lot done in spite of it. Like I said, I don't like paying higher taxes. I don't think anyone does, but this is our community. I hear groups going around, we need to unite the community. Well, why don't we unite our community in respect to fixing our community, things that have been deferred for too long. Our streets, our water mains, our sewers. Let's put a little investment in it. You know what? It's going to cost everybody a little more, but at least we pay cash. I don't like borrowing money. I don't think it's prudent to borrow money. It's like borrowing from our children. You know, you pay cash. Once it's all over, you look at your nice streets, raises your property values. Family or friends come in to visit. Wow, the Waukegan streets, your infrastructure surely is nice. Yeah, we pay cash. have a little forum here and let's discuss exactly what it would cost to update our city here out of pocket. I really appreciate that. Police and fire, pension funds, probably not supposed to say anything, but you know, this has gone on too long. I urge them, you gotta save yourselves. Do pension funds are locally funded. It's up to you. Any contract monies, in my opinion, need to go in your pension fund, not in your paycheck. You need to eliminate cost of living allowance. For the young police officers and firefighters, I want to make sure that there's something there, and the middle-aged officers, there's going to be something there for you in your retirement. This worries me. The state of Illinois, despite what they say, you have to know deep in your heart you're not going to fix your problem. It's up to you to fix your own problem. You can do anything you want voluntarily, despite what state law says. And finally, on my computer, I've learned an awful lot as well. I read things regarding, people make comments about stand your ground laws. A lot of people use those in their defense. If you want to learn, Florida's had one for 6 years. Tampa Bay Times, go to Tampa Bay Times, use search engine, go to their page, and type in stand your ground law. They did the most comprehensive study for the 6 years the law's been in effect. You go to the page, they show every person literally that has used that as a defense, and they have a synopsis on the left of the case. Each case, very interesting. It doesn't really match the rhetoric that the community activists put out there. A lot of people of all different races use stand your ground laws. They're there to protect the public. Thank you.
Alderman Newsom. Thanks.
Audience time, Jane Ferry.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and Alderman. Jane Ferry, 531 Leith Avenue, Waukegan, Illinois, and Executive Director of Waukegan Main Street. I want to point out to people before they leave today, we have brochures about things that are going on in Waukegan from now through September. Alderman, if you take one and pass one, that would be great. And just to give you a heads up of what's going on in May, we have lunch with the mayor next Monday. Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. That should be a lot of fun. Art Walk is coming up on May 17th. And Scoop the Lake Regatta and Dinghy Poker Run is May 30th and 31st. This is an opportunity for people who are boaters in Waukegan to welcome the public who may not have boats to come out and actually sail in a regatta or a race. And it's a unique opportunity for people like me who don't have a boat to get out there on the open seas, if you will, of Lake Michigan and see the view of Waukegan from that perspective. So please feel free to join that. You can sign up May 30th at the Waukegan Yacht Club. It is open to everyone in Waukegan. And on a personal note, I want to thank Alderman Moiseo for stepping up when Advanced Disposal did not pick up my tagged bags in my yard. He gave me some ideas. Unfortunately, they still didn't come, but at least it's nice to know my alderman's listening. Thank you very much, Alderman and Mayor. We'll see you next Monday.
Chuck Leckie.
Good evening, Mayor and Alderman. Again, my name is Chuck Leakey, living for over 20 years at 5531 Hilltop Lane in Daybreak Farms at Waukegan 60048. I've been here before. I'll be here again.
but this time I am really discouraged as to the openness and caring of members of the council and primarily the administration as to what's going on with the tax bill. The handouts that I've given you to share are my personal taxes. I don't think that I could ask any one of you for your copy of your personal taxes, but I probably could by picking up your address, but those are mine. My taxes from Waukegan since 1996 have gone up over 60%. The value of my home has gone down over 40%. While we still have been able to maintain some of the assessed evaluation, this last year it only went down 2% because we had 4 foreclosures that haven't gotten picked up in the Warren Township's records yet. The 5% levy that I was part of turned out to be 19% when you throw in just the 3 taxing bodies from Waukegan, City of Waukegan, the pensions, and the library. It represented 19% increase for these 3 taxing bodies. Waukegan is now 25% of my total, up from 18%. Waukegan dollar increases represent 40% of my total increases and is more than the total increase paid to Warren and Woodland School District, which actually went down for me this year. Talking doesn't seem to work, as I have voiced opposition to projects like River Road, where this kind of tax position, there will never be anyone who can afford to build there a $450,000 house in this time and in this market. The Council and the Planning Commission spent over a year trying to get it approved. The voices spoke, but changes were still made to the land use ordinance. Secondly, an article in the New Sun the only means of communicating information that we have in the general public said that Waukegan was promoting mortgage foreclosure plans. Huh? By raising taxes on those who won't pay it anyhow, but will continue to spend millions knocking down possibly 1,300 out of 3,000 homes in the area foreclosed on? All this past week, there were special sessions on the budget. If you were lucky and have a computer, you can look at the agenda. Transparency, Truth in Taxes meeting, transparency, only one person, the assessor for Waukegan, spoke at the Truth in Taxes meeting.
Sir,
what is going on?
Sir, your 3 minutes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. And my comment would be this. Second week in July, we will be having Scoop Genesee Street again. It will be at no cost to the residents of the city of Waukegan. I went out and solicited monies from the corporations in our community. So Scoop Genesee will be the second week in July. We have 2 main stages, 7 bands, and 400 classic vehicles. So put that on your calendar. Chris Blanks?
Second week in July. Second week of July, he said.
Brother Blanks. Oh, Allah, the merciful, the beneficent. Thee alone do we worship. That means that you only worship God and that there's not, we worship in some other God. Thee alone do we worship, thee alone do we beseech for help, O Allah. Guide us on the path of those whom you bestow favor, not those whom your wrath is brought down, nor those who go astray. Amen. And I say that with respect to all the citizens, that if you're going to introduce prayer, which is good, make sure that you're inclusive, because this is a diverse city of all citizens, of all kind. So you have to be more inclusive of all your citizens. At our organization, which is not a religious organization, before we open our meeting, we may open with a Muslim prayer, or a Christian prayer, I should say, and close. After closing it, we'll close with a Muslim prayer, because we understand that we are an organization that is inclusive of a lot of members. So I would say to you, as a council, that if you're going to do prayer, make sure you are respectful of all of your citizens. I'm not one. As for myself, I frequent sometime the mosque, and I sometimes frequent church, but I'm not a documented member of either. I like my spiritual freedom that way. But we have a lot of citizens in this city, and I would ask upon this city that you consider all your citizens in your prayer and when you have in prayer time. And in saying that, as I said in the opening, that consider your citizens when you have in your city council meeting. You have elder members of this city who want to speak at audience time. I watched Mr. Schaefer, the taxi driver, who could barely get up last week after sitting here for 2 hours, having to wait. He should not have to wait. I know that was targeted at us when you split that agenda, but that's okay. But you shouldn't put your citizens at last, because they should always be the one that come first. Keep them always in mind that whatever you do in this city, these are your bosses, and you should never have to make them wait and sit here for 2 hours. You have citizens or young people coming from school, young students who might want to come and address the council. They shouldn't have to sit here for a 2-hour meeting and then try to go home and do homework if they do want to come here. So take your citizens and put them first and never put them last, not to spite one citizen, regardless of whatever you think about me. Put your citizen first. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Motion adjourned by Alderman Cunningham, second by Alderman Valko. All's in favor? Aye. Opposed? Meeting adjourned. Thank you.